This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, good evening. Yes. Hello guys, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello. Yes guys, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can hear
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your response. Yeah, thank you Vijay and Arpit. Yes, yeah, we'll start session. So previous class about methods. Yes, methods. Method with no arguments, no written value discussed. Method with arguments and no written value discussed. These two topics were discussed. Method with no arguments, no written value. Method with arguments and no written value. These two topics were discussed. Yes, let me open document first of all. Java. Yes, working with methods. Yes, there are different types of methods. 4 types of methods. Yes, method with no arguments, no written value. Method with arguments and no written value. These two topics were finished. Next, how method stack is working. Next, stack overflow exception. That concepts were discussed. Okay. Next, method with arguments and written value. 1 second. So yesterday topic method with no arguments, no written value. For these examples, they are examples. Just you practice all the examples. Yes, about method area explained yesterday. See how that method stack is working. At runtime, how method stack is working. See recursive methods calling itself. Okay. See like this. Like stack growing like this. Recursively calling stack growing at some says stack overflow exception. Okay. Practically we discussed that yesterday. Okay. Yes. Next method with arguments no written value. See this is arguments. Yes, they are method arguments, right? Method arguments are yes here x y are arguments. Method arguments are local variables, local copies creates. Local copies creating, right? That point we discussed yesterday. Okay. Yes, they are local copies. Once method execution is completed, loss of this memory. That points already discussed. Okay. Yes, next. Method with written value. Method with arguments and written value. Method with yes arguments. Method with arguments and written value. Method with arguments and written value. Let us see this. Yes. Suppose, for example, int a equal to 10. Next, int b equal to 20. Okay. Yes. Here. Yes. Int some results. Result variable is equal to here Suppose name of the method is add num. Add num is a method by passing a comma b. A comma b, right? See, we are passing values on this returning values. So what are value return that assembly result variable? Yes, if we calling state, if we calling like this means this method is returning some values. Suppose directly calling like this. So yesterday called like some display calling it, simply display calling yesterday, display method calling it like this we have called means this method won't return no value written here. This method does not return any value, no written value for this, no written value, no written value, no written value. This method no written value, simply calling. But in case of this, what is happening here? Int results, int the result variable is equal to here add num. So we are calling add num method by passing n brackets. That means this is returning some value, ascent result variable. Yes, when you calling method like this here, now this method is going to return some value. Yes, by seeing statement you can understand here. By seeing the statement here. So add num method is going to return some value. Okay, right? Yes. Next, add num method. Add num method. Now this method we should define. So this method we should define. This method we should define. So how to define this? We're defining this method. Okay. Yes. Name of the method is add num. Add num, right? Add num. Now passing a and b. A and b. Yes, a and b are the integers. Integers passing here. So int x or name of argument is x and y here. X and y. See, a and b are the integers. We are passing integers. So this x and y must be integer. Okay. Next method starting ending. Okay. Next access is for public. Generally using public. Public. Access is for public. Next return type. What is the return type of this method? Here we are expecting for integer, right? Integer. We are expecting for integer, adding two numbers. Okay. A value pass into x, b value pass into y. Okay. Now int temp equals some temporary variable into temp equal to here x plus y. X plus y. Yes, return temp, return temp. Yes, into temp equal to x plus y. Into temp equal to x plus y. So x is integer, y is integer. Integer plus integer result is integer. Okay. Return temp. So what's the type of temp? Integer. So return type is integer. That's it. That depends on return value. Here this method is returning integer type of data. Integer type of data. So it's int. That's it. Okay. So adding a function. Okay. Now still this is showing error message. Yes. Method defined. Even method defined here. This is showing error message. When you try to call it, showing error message. Reason static. Static. Okay. Yes. Don't worry about static. We'll discuss later. I'll expand. Okay. Here static method can access only static methods. So for that reason static. Yes. About static later we'll discuss. You guys don't think about static. Don't think about static. Later I'll explain. Okay. Just think about these methods. Add num methods. So passing a and b, a value passing the x, b value passing the y, x plus y. So x is 10, y is 20. So x plus y 10 plus 20 is 30. Yes, temp is now 30. Return temp. Not temp 30 returned main and ascent result variable. Ascent result variable. Okay. Yes. Yes, what's your question? Where we use only return. Yeah, I'll explain. Just wait. Topic is there. Without return value, only return keyword. Only return keyword. Yes, return has two purpose. One is to return the value, one is to terminate the method. I'll explain. Wait. Yes, the topic is there. Yes, today topic only. That is okay. Now add num. So calling add num methods by passing 10, 20. So x is 10, y is 20 here. So into temp equal x plus y. So it's a 30. Return 30. So what are these functions returning? That return value is simply ascent result variable. Ascent result variable. Now system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Yes, addition. Yes, addition. Yes, addition is equal to here result variable. Display the result. That's it. Addition. Okay. Now same result variable I'm using for another method. Okay. subtraction of numbers, subnum by passing a comma b, right? Subtraction of numbers, subtraction. Okay, so result equal to subtraction of two numbers, subtraction. Okay, now yes, now this method should be defined. Subtraction of numbers here, same public, same static required because it's calling from main methods. Static. Now here this is returning integer. See result. What is the type of result? Integer. Integer. So this also return same integer type of data. Same integer type of data. Integer type of data. Okay, correct? Yes, static. Static. Yes. Yes. Static. Yes. Integer. Yes. Subtraction of numbers. Subtraction of numbers here. Yes. Int x, comma. Yes. Int y. Int x into y. Int x into y. Right? Okay. Yes. Now into temp equal same codes, but minus. Same codes, but minus. Using minus. That's it. Subtraction. That subtraction return temp. The subtraction will return the main ascent result variable here. Okay, right? System dot out dot println subtraction. Yes, subtraction. Yes, subtraction equal to, yes, display that result variable, display that result, subtraction. Okay, for this same result variable I'm using for, yes, average. Okay, by passing a comma b. Otherwise we can declare one more variable because average is a float type, right? Average is float type, so declare one more variable, float abc variable. Float abc equal to, yes, average, calling average method by passing a and b. Okay, right? System dot out dot println, yes, average value, yes, average value is equal to here plus abc. Okay, right? Now we should define this method, average method. We should define average method. Yes, public. Okay, name of the method is average. Okay, yes, int x comma int y, because they are passing this type of data. The A and B, passing it. A and B both are integers. So int both are integers. Okay, right? Starting ending, right? Next, like previous methods, here are the static request. Static request. Public static average. Okay. Now, what is return type of these methods? Yes. Temp equal to x plus y whole divided by 2. It's the average. Getting 2, right? Average. Now, what's the data type of average? It's a float. Okay, so declaring is like a float here, like a float variable. Float temp equal to average is float. Float temp, right? Now return the temp here. Return temp, right? Now, what is return type of this method? This method returning temp. What's the type of temp? Float. So float variable. Let's make it float. Return float, right? That's it. Okay. See now how it's working here. Int a equal to 10, b equal to 20. Result equal to add num by passing a and b. Now control jumping to add num function. Yes, here adding this to and return temp. So 10 plus 20, 30. 30 is an integer. Return to main and assign result variable. Okay. Add num function returning 30. 30 assign result variable, then displaying 30. Next, subtraction of numbers by passing 10, 20. Yes, subtraction x minus y. So 10 minus 20 is minus 10. Minus 10 is integer. That integer return to main and assigned to result variable. Then displaying subtraction. Next, average function. Average methods. By passing 10, 20, right? Yes, the average type is always float. So float temp x plus y by 2 here. Yes, return temp. Temp value return to main and assign to average variable, then displaying average. That's it. Okay, so 10, 20. So addition 30, subtraction minus 10. Yes, average value is 15. 15 getting. Okay, right? Yes, run it. Yes. See that. 10, 30 minus 10, 15.0. That's it. Okay. Suppose, let us see some scenario. Yes, A equal to 10, B equal to 15. This case, addition 10 plus 15, 25. It's like a fine. So this is fine. Subtraction 10 minus 15, it's a minus 5. So this is 25 output, this is minus 5. Next, come to average. Average. So A value, B value. 10 and 15 pass into X and Y. X plus Y. 10 plus 15 is a 25. 25 divided by 2. That means 12.5. This is giving 12.5. The 12.5 assigned temp here. Written 12.5. Yes, 12.5 is what should be floats. That's the reason declared as floats. It's a 12.5. The 12.5 written to main assigned average variable. Then average value equal to average. What is output here? 12.5. So output is 12.5. Average is 12.5. Okay. Now let us run this. Run as. See this. We got 12. What's the reason? Yes, anyone? Yes, who is already having C knowledge, they can answer this. 12.0. It's getting 12.0. What's the reason here? Why 12.0 getting here? See, return temp, system dot out dot println. Yes, display the temp here. Display temp. Okay. Yes. In average methods. Okay. Temp equal to, okay. Temp equal to plus temp. Display temp value. Temp value. Let us run this. Yes. See that average values temp is 12.0. Is returning 12.0. Yes. So temp is 12.0 getting. Is it 12.0 getting here? So this result is 12.0 returning 12.0. That is the issue here. So where is the issue? This is the issue here. So temp. So what's the value getting in temp here? 12.0 getting. So 12.0 getting this is. Okay. So 12.0 getting. 12.0 getting. The 12.0 returning. But actually we should get 12.5. Yes. How to fix that issue? Come on, tell me. Already same point discussed in typecasting. Already I have explained here. Same point we discussed already. In typecasting explained already. Now what's the issue? How to fix that? See, x plus y, 10 plus 15, it's a 25. Okay, 10 plus 15, it's a 25. 25 by 2. Integer by integer, result is what? Integer. Integer by integer, result is integer. Integer by integer, result is integer. What happens here? Actually getting 12.5, but this operation, division operation here, integer by integer, that returns only integer part means 12. 0.5 terminates, dot 5 terminates returns only 12 here. 12 assembly temp. Now how to get the correct value here? So at least one operand must be float. At least one operand must be float here. At least one thing should be float. So 2 point, let us use 2.0 f. 2.0 f. So this is integer, this is float. So integer by float result is now float. Now getting correct value. Getting correct value. That value returns here. Simply that value returns. Okay. Yes. Now on it. 12.5 got it right. That's it. Temp equal 12.5. Same 12.5 return. Correct. Suppose here I'm using int. Int return temp. Yes, error message. Yes, return type is what? Yes, return type is what? It's a float type. Return type, yes. Returning value is what? Float type. But return type is what? Integer. Not matching here. Yes, temp type is float. But we are mentioning integer. So not valid. Okay, so make it float. Same as that variable type here. That's it. Okay. So whenever you performing mathematical operation like division operation here, that case, at least one operand make it float. Typecasting required. Typecasting required here. At least one operand must be float. Either this one or else you can make it float like this. Before just use float. Before they just use float. Enough. Before they just use float. Okay. Run it. At least one operand. At least one operand is float. 12.5 got it right. That means what is happening here? X plus y means 10 plus 15 is 25. 25. After making some 25, getting the 25 converts into float, that means 25.0. Yes, after converting to float, that value becomes like a 25.0. 25.0 divided by 2 here. So getting float value, that's it. So either like this or simply can do like this. Okay. Simple way this is 2.0 because it's a constant already here. You can make it like this. Okay. So this is scenario. Some scenarios getting issues like this. Okay. So this is now here. This is method with arguments and written value. Method with arguments and written value. Method with arguments written value. Okay. Right? Yes. Int casting. Int casting. What happens here? Yes. Int casting like this. Int casting. Yes. This int casting. Return temp. Int casting. What happens here? The temp. Whatever temp kind is what? 12.5. 0.5 turbines written only 12. Written 12. That written 12 here. 12.0. Temporary value is 12.5. Temp kind is 12.5. Okay. At the time of returning, we are converting integer. Means integer part of temp it will reach. And it is integer. See, return type is float. Yes, it can return integer, no problem. See, integer can be passed to float, right? Integer can be converted into float, no issue with that. Previously, we discussed upcasting. Sorry, not upcasting. It's like a like implicit casting. Yes, integer to float conversion. Type promotion. Return type is float. We can return integer, no problem. If return type is float, we can return int type or byte type. Yes, anyone is valid here. Okay, anyone is valid here. Okay, right? Suppose return type is integer. Okay, yes, fine. This is integer fine. Suppose if I remove this, now returning what? Float, but what is the type here? Integer. Okay, for integer you cannot assign float, right? Float cannot be assigned integer. Float cannot be converted integer. Integer can convert in floats. Okay, see, implicit casting, integer to float is available, but float to integer not available. Okay, so for real, if you want to convert integer here, you have to cast it. You have to cast here. That's it. Simply cast it and return. Okay, so this is method with arguments and return value. Okay, yes, next one more example. Method with no arguments and return value. Method with no arguments and return value. Yes, and same thing I'm writing one more here. String. Yes, message is equal to here. Get message is a method. Get message. No arguments. System.out.println. Yes, message. Message equal to plus. That message variable. Okay, message. No get message method. Okay. See, create get message method. Right? Click on that. Created already. See, public static string message. Get message return type is not string type. Yes, get message calling from the main method. Static. Created. Private. Same class, within the same class can be private also, no problem. Why private here? It's calling the same class. So different class with public. Yes, the topic later we'll discuss. Public static string. Okay, return. Yes. Hello world. Some message. Hello world. String. So method with no arguments but return value here. No arguments and return value. Okay. Yes. Next one is hello world, right? Message all is hello world. Okay, that message equal to hello world. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it can return null as no issue. For strings, it can return null. Yes, it can return null, no value. Yes, message value is null. It can return null. No issue with that. Null also can be. Okay. Or empty string. Suppose this empty. No data, empty string. It can return empty string also. Okay. So returning 10. Can I return 10? No. 10 is integer. But type is what string type. I can't return the integer here. Okay. Suppose within double quotation means that it is like a 1 0. That value like a 1 0, not like a 10. This is written like a 1 0. Well, like a string format. Written like a string format. Okay. So these are different types of methods. These are different types of methods. All the types. 4 types of methods discussed. Okay. Yes. Next, recursive method also discussed. Okay. Next, one more topic in methods. Call by value, call by reference. Call by value, call by reference. First, let us see call by value. Call by value. Yes, call by value. See, at this stage, call by value we'll discuss. Call by reference don't have at this stage. Yes, in OOPS concept, I'll experiment call by reference. You see, call by value, call by reference. Call by value, call by reference. What does it mean here? Call by value, call by reference. Reference. Call by reference. Call by reference. So what is call by value? What is call by reference? Sorry. What is call by value? What is call by reference here? Call by value. Calling a method by passing value of the variable. Calling a method by passing value of the variable. Calling a method by passing value of the variable is a call by value. Calling a method by passing address. So for reference passing. When you passing reference, that is called call by reference method. Okay. Calling method by passing value of variable. For example, here, see. For example, now in this, we are calling a method by passing value, right? Value of A and B. So these all are call by value methods. Till now, what are discussed? It's a call by value methods. All these are call by value methods. What is call by reference? Suppose if you passing address, suppose in C language ampersand of A means address of A, address of B. That is call by reference. But in Java, don't have the address concept, ampersand concept. Yes, no pointer concept in Java. Okay. Yes, address of variable you can't pass it. Only value can pass. Okay. For variables, only call by value, no call by reference. If that call by reference we can achieve in OOPS concept. In OOPS, passing objective method is call by reference. Okay. In Java, yes, passing variability method is always call by value. Passing variability methods. See in Java, first point. Passing, yes, variable. Passing variable to methods is always call by value. Okay. Yes, no call by reference. No call by reference. For variable. Okay. For variable, always is a call by value. Passing variable to method is always call by value. No call by reference for variables. Okay, right? Same thing here. Passing object to methods. Yes, this topic is OOPS. In OOPS, we'll discuss that. Object. Passing object to method is always is a call by reference. It's a always call by reference. It's always call by reference. Okay. For objects here, yes, no call by value for the objects. No call by value for the objects. For object, don't have the call by value. Object is always call by reference. Variable is always call by value. Okay. So passing variable to methods always call by value. Passing object to method is always call by reference. Okay. For variable, no call by reference. For objects, no call by value. That's it. Okay. Yes. Let us see some example and call by value. Yes, in call by value methods, we'll see one example. In call by value. This call by reference passing objective method. This topic is OOPS. In OOPS, I'll explain. Okay. Now let us see. Call by value methods. Suppose int A equal 10, B equal 15. Okay. System.out.println. Yes, initial values. values a equal to plus a plus tab b equal to plus b plus b. Yes. Initial values are NB values 10 and 15, right? 10 and 15. 10 and 15. Yes, A is 10, B is 15. Oh, correct? Now, I want to swap it using swap method. Swap by passing A comma B. By passing A comma B. Swapping. Oh, correct? Next, after swapping, what are the values of NB here? After swapping. After swapping. Yes, swapping concept already we have discussed. After swapping values A equal to and B equal to. After swapping. Now let us define swap methods. Swap methods. Swap methods. Public. Public. Okay. Yes, no written value. Suppose x equal to means that method returns value. X equal to here if equality is there means that method is returning value, but don't have that. So this is not returning any value means it's a void. Okay, void. Name of the method is swap method. Swap method. Yes, int x comma into y. Int x into y. Okay, starting ending. Okay, fine. Now this error message. Reason static. Make it static. Okay. So static, public static void swap. Int x comma into y. Now let us swap this. Swapping technique we discussed already here. Int temp is equal to x. Okay, x equal to y. X equal to y. Yes, next y is equal to temp. Right? See, so first initially A and B values 10 and 15. So all the initial values after call to swap method by passing 10 and 20. So 10 pass into x, 20 pass into y. X value is 10, y value is 20. Yes, 15, 20. Get 10 and 20. So 10 and 20. No swapping. Swapping is 10 and 20, right? Swapping technique is right. After swapping, next return back to main. After swapping, what are the values of NB? So initially values are 10, 20. Initial values are 10, 20. After swapping, what are the expected values? After swapping, what are the expected values? 20, 10. The initial values are 10, 20. Now call to swap method by passing 10 and 20. So 10 and 20 pass to x and y. Here swapping means interchanging. After interchanging, back to main method. Main method. After swapping, what are the values of A and B? What are the values of A and B? So as per this one, now expecting for yes, reverse values here. Okay. So initial values are 10, 20. After swapping, it's a 20, 10. Yes. Can I get 20, 10? Initial values are 10, 20. After swapping, can I get 20 and 10 here? Yes, who is having C knowledge, they can tell this one here. Who is having C knowledge? They can answer this question. Can I get the 20, 10 here? Initial values are 10, 20. Initial values are 10 and 20. Initial values are 10 and 20. After swapping, we should get 20, 10. Yes, initial values are 10 and 20. So initial values 10 and 20. Now swap method. In this, I'm using swapping technique. After swapping, now 20, 10, I should get it. Can I get it or not? Yes, output. Can I get 20 and 10 here? Can I get it or not? Yes, can I get it or not? Say yes or no. Yes, people is saying that yes. We should return if need and cut Sandeep. Okay. Now run it. That's before swapping 1020, after swapping as 1020 means swapping not done. Swapping not performed, it's failed. What's the reason? Yes, initial values 1020, after swapping are same values. What's the reason? Swapping operation failed. Let us see. Swapping. Yes, don't have one. One second. Swapping. Yes. Okay, here don't have swapping. Yes. Now what is happening here? What is happening here in this? See, in this program, what is happening? Let me explain this. Let us see. Here, this is your program. Okay. So first A equal to 10. A equal to 10. A memory allocation. A variable A. Let us, this is variable A. This is A. This is A. Okay, A. This is variable A. Next B. This is B. This is B. A and B. So value of A is 10. Value of B is what? 20. Okay, fine. Now call to swap method by passing A and B. So 10 passing to X. So X. First X memory. X. 10 passing to X. Okay. Similarly, 20 passing to Y. So this is Y. X. Next Y. This is Y. So 20, right? This is. See. A passing to X. So 10 passing to X. B passing to Y. Y value 20. After that, next. What is happening here? One more variable we have declared. Some temporary variable. There's some temporary variable. Here there is a temp. Temp, right? Temp. Initially no value for temp. Okay. Now what happens? Int temp equal to X. X value assigned to temp. Means this temp is now 10. After that, X equal to Y. Value of Y assigned to X. So X value overwriting. That means we are changing X, local X, but not variable A. But not A here. Local copy. Now this is working on local copy. Correct? Next, Y equal temp. What's the value of Y? 20. That's assigned temp, right? What is happening here? Yes. 1 second. Y equal temp means the 10 assigned Y here. See, I'm repeating once again. Into temp equal X. So this X value 10, Y value 20 initially. So A value, B value passing. A value passing to X 10, B value passing to Y 20 here. Into temp equal X. So this 10 assigned temp here. After X equal Y. So value of Y is 20 assigned to X. X is overwriting. That means we are changing local copy X, not actual copy A. Not actual copy A. Okay. Next, after this, Y equal temp. What is temp? 10. 10 assigned to Y. So value of Y changing, right? So what is happening here? This swapping operation performing on local copies, not on actual copies. This is call by value. See, in call by value, yes, in call by value here, yes, passing variable, yes, passing, yes, a passing value to variable. Okay, right? Yes, passing variable to, yes, this is, it's a call by value here. In call by value, what happens here? Method arguments. In call by value, these method arguments are local variables, local copies creates. Okay, so any changes made on these method arguments will not reflect on actual copies. Will not reflect on actual copies because local copies creates. The swapping operation performing on local copies, not on actual copies. This is call by value. This is about call by value methods. Okay, so call by value, passing value to variables is call by value. Sorry, passing value of the variable methods. Calling a method by passing value is a call by value. In call by value methods, here, method arguments are local variables. So any changes made on these method arguments will not affect on actual copies because they are local copies creating. So this is about call by value methods. Okay. Yes, 1 second. Let me update documents. Yes, method with return statement. The topic will discuss page. We'll discuss. Yes. Call by value and call by reference. Call by reference. Okay. Call by value, call by reference methods. Okay. Yes. First, the call by value. First one, call by value. So what is call by value? Call by value. Okay, call by value. Yes, call by value. Yes, it's a calling method. It's a calling method. Yes, it's a calling method. Yes, it's a calling method. It's a calling method by passing value of variable. By passing value of a variable. Correct? By passing value of variable. Right? This is. So the meaning of call by value. Call by value means, yes, it's a calling method by passing value of variable. Next, call by reference. What is call by reference here? Next, second one, call by reference. So what is call by reference? Call by reference. Call by reference. Yes, it's a calling method. It's a calling method by passing address. By passing address. By passing address. Address or reference. Called as reference here. Address and reference meaning is same here. Passing reference. Reference, right? Okay. Yes. In Java, passing variability method is always call by value, no call by reference. Next, passing objective method is always call by reference, no call by value. Okay. Yes. See. Okay. Yes, in Java. Here, yes, passing variability methods. Yes, passing variability method always call by value. No call by reference for variables. No call by reference for variables. Okay. Next, passing objective method is always call by reference. Call by reference. Call by reference. Yes, no call by value for objects. Yes, call by value example. Yes, call by value example. Call by value example. Example. Yes, let us say example here. Call by value example. Yes. 1 second. Let us copy and paste this one here. Because memory is there in this. Yes. Call by value example. Okay. So this is 1020 here. So you can swapping the operation on this one here using temporary variable. Okay. Yes. Now here. Yes. See in call by value. See in call by. Yes, in call by value, methods, yes, arguments, or local variables. Yes, already we discussed local variable. Method arguments are local variables. In call by value, method arguments are local variables. Okay. Yes. So method arguments are local variables. Local copies creates for every argument. Local copies creates for every argument. Okay. Yes. Suppose any changes made in argument here will not affect an actual validation. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Right. For every individual argument, separate copy creates. For X one copy, for Y another copy. Two different copies creates. Okay. Yes. Local copy means local to this. This is a local copy. Local to this method. See, once you control, see at the time of control entering into this method, this X and Y memory allocates. Yes, once you control come out of this method, loss of this memory, that is called local copy. Within the local copy means within the method only. Local copy. That life is within the method only. If life is within the method, that is called local copy. Okay. See, at the time of entering into methods, this acquires memory means getting into life. Once the control come out of method, loss of life. So what is their life here? Within that method, scope and life within the method only. That is called local copies. Local copy means which is having scope and life within the method only. Within the method only. Method starting ending. Okay, its life and scope within the method only. That is called local copy. Local copy means that scope is within the method only. See, here this env are local to main methods. This env are local to main methods. Within main method only we can access. This env you can access within the main method only. See, this x and y are local to swap means within inside of swap method only can use x and y. Outside we can't use. Outside we can't use here. That is nothing but local copy. That means local copy. Okay. Yes. So once the control come out of the loss of these local copies. Okay. Yes. In call by value, method arguments are local variables. Local copies creates for every argument. For every argument. Okay. Yes. Any changes made on arguments made on any changes made on arguments, yes, will not be yes will not be will not be reflected on actual copies. Actual copies will not reflect on actual copies. Reason is local copy. Okay, the changes working on local copy here. So any changes made on arguments will not be reflected on actual copies. Reason, it works on local copy here. Local copy is creating here. Okay, so in call by value method arguments are local variables. Local copies creates. Okay, so any changes made on arguments here will not be reflected on actual copies. This is about call by value concept in methods. Okay. Next, call by reference, we'll see next. Call by reference we'll discuss in OOPS concept. In OOPS concept, I'll explain. Okay. Yes. Yes, or yeah. Updated document, I'll share it. Don't worry. Updated document, I'll share it. Yes, when our document modifying, same day I will upload. I'll share you. First of all, I'll upload into Drive. From the Drive, I'll share you. Okay. Yeah, today I'll share you these documents. Okay. Yes. Next. See. Method with multiple return statement. See. Method with return value, right? See, previously we discussed return template. Okay, return values. What is return keyword? Okay. See, return keyword with no return values. Return keyword with no return values. Okay. See, what's the purpose of return statement here? Yes, return statements. Purpose of return statements. Purpose of return statements. One is to return the value from the method. Another one is to terminate the method. See, return keyword with no return value. Return keyword with no return value. This is to terminate methods. Terminating methods. See, here public void display in text come into y. Now if condition, suppose some condition is true, return. No return, right? Now this return statement, yes, returning control to main method. Here on returning this is. It won't execute rest of the method here. Okay. Return statement is to return statements. Return statement is to return terminate the methods. Like break. See, in while loop, break statement is to terminate loop. Next, continue is to continue your loop. Yes, continues to continue. Continue is to continue. Okay. Yes, return statements. Return statement is to terminate the methods. Break, continue, and return. The defenses. Break is to terminate loop. Break is to terminate loop. Yes, next return is to terminate methods. Return is to terminate method. Return is to terminate methods. Return terminating methods. So rest of the statements will not be executing. That is return statements. Okay. So purpose of return statement, one is to return the value from method. One other one is to terminate the method. Okay. Yes. Without return value also can use return statement. Okay. See, for example here. See, here a equal to t, b equal to something like greater of a comma b. Calling greater method here. System dot out dot print greater start. Displaying this output here. X is greater than y. Return will execute. X. What is a value here? 30, b value 20. So x is 30, y is 20. So 30 greater than 20. 30 greater than is set to return means this statement will not execute. Only greater start will execute, but this statement will not execute. Return statement will terminate method here only. Return is to terminate methods. Return to terminate methods. Return terminating methods. Okay. Yes. Get message. Yes. Next, see this. See, a method can have the multiple return statements. A method can have the multiple return statements. Multiple return statements. See, a method can have multiple return statements. A method can have multiple return statements, but only one return statement executes. A method can have multiple return statements, but only one return executes. Now let us see. Public void display these statements after if condition. Suppose condition is true, this return executes. Now control back to main methods. So rest of the method will not execute. The rest of the method won't execute. Here only control back to calling methods. Control back to calling methods. See, displays a called method, right? Displays a called method. Okay. Once condition is true, if condition is true, return. Now this return statement will take the control back to that calling method. Suppose condition is false, then control come down here. Control come to down here. Now these statements after second condition. Suppose second condition is true, this return executes. Control return back to main here only. Suppose this is false, control come to here. These statements. Okay. Yes. Suppose this condition is true here, this return statement executes. Suppose this also false here, control come to bottom, this statement and this statement. So all the statements completed automatically comes out of method here. Once all the statements completed, control comes out of this. Okay, right? Yes. Yes. A method with return value without yes, it can have. Yes. Okay. Integer start methods return time. Say this return time, right? Yes. If yes, x is greater than y, return. See this here. See temp equal x equal y. Now here this is expecting for what? Return value integer, right? But no value returning. Now here see, this is valid, but this is not valid. Okay. So methods, this is return value valid. Without return value, not valid. This is not valid here. This is not valid. Okay, you must return some value. Suppose 10, then valid. It's valid. Okay. So one is return value, another one without return value, not valid. Not valid. Suppose if it is wide, that case here, wide with return statements valid. Wide with return statement valid. Because we are not returning any value. So return 10 is not valid. Return 10 is not valid. Return 10 is not valid. Because void method does not return any value. Now without return value, it's valid. Okay. So void method, yes, can have return statement, no problem. So in void method, we can use return statement, but should not return value here. Return keyword can be used with void type of methods. No value here. So valid. Okay. In same methods, writing both return value and without return value, not valid. Only one thing you can write. Either return value or without return value. Only one statement you can write. Both are not valid. Both are not valid. Okay, fine. Both are not valid. Call by value, call by reference we'll see next. Okay. Yeah, there are some interview questions. Just to go through all the interview questions. Till now, what are discussed here? For all the topics, interview questions. How many 26 questions are there? Just you see all the interview questions, just you read all the questions here. Next, groups concepts. Okay. Yes. Java basic completed. Java basics completed. Now Oops. This oops concept next class will start. Yeah, that's all for today. Any doubts? Any doubts? Yes, next class on Monday. Tomorrow don't have class. Next class will be on Monday. Starting groups concept. Okay. Yes, next class groups concept on Monday. Tomorrow don't have the class. Right? Yes. Linux batch 6 o'clock starting Monday. Monday at 6 o'clock starting. You can join on Monday. 6 o'clock. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll share link. Monday link. I'll share it. Don't worry. Monday will be starting. I'll inform you. Right. Thank you. Yes. See you on Monday.